Good morning. You are listening to UpReach, a morning devotional presented by the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee, to encourage you as you face the opportunities and challenges of today. Let's begin this day together with some inspiring thoughts from God's holy word. And whatever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. Here is a little poem which is a prayer and one which I like very much. Lord, bless the folk who somehow never got there, the people who intended something fine, the folk who might have lived a little nobler, the men who somehow always failed to shine, the people who have tried to keep their temper and yet who seem to lose it all the more, the ones who haven't made their name at business, who should be rich yet always will be poor. The folk who aren't as clever as they might be, who aren't as good and feel their efforts vain. Lord, bless all of these, and Lord, bless me among them, and give us all the heart to try again. This is a prayer for all those who somehow or other have to take the second place, those who are at the end of the day only second bests. Almost always behind some brilliant, scintillating, publicized character, there is someone standing in support. During World War II, one of the most colorful generals was the American General George S. Patton. He swept through Europe like a gale of wind with his pearl-handled revolver and his flair for publicity. Someone once asked him, "How do you do it? Where on earth does the fuel come from to feed your motorized columns?" "I don't know," said Patton. "I've got someone who looks after that." Behind the vivid Patton there was a quiet man whose name no one knows, who kept the whole army moving. It is like that in most walks of life. It is not the job that matters. What matters is how we do it. The question is not what is your work, but is your work your absolute best? The old overused poem is right when it says that the point is not whether you won or lost, but how you played the game. Here it is certainly true that all service ranks the same with God. Most of us will never see the first place. Most of us will have to be content with the second place. Most of us will never have the spotlight on us. Most of us will have to work behind the scenes. But at the end of the day, there is not a doubt that the unseen work will be seen, and the unrewarded work will be rewarded. And then it may well be that many that were first will be last, and many that were last will be first. Whatever our task is, God needs it, and God needs us. The point of life is not the task, but how the task is done. What about you today? Are you giving God your very best in all areas of your life? This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. We meet every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. for our morning worship, followed by our Sunday school for all ages at 10:15 a.m. Then we meet again at 6 o'clock p.m. for our evening worship. We also have a midweek meeting for devotion and Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. As we experience this holiday season, it is my prayer that you and your family will be safe as you travel, that God will bless you with some wonderful times of fellowship with family and friends, and that God will use you in a personal way to bless the life of another. Then, as this holiday season concludes and life gets back into a familiar routine, please remember that every day is about Jesus. If we at the Church Street Church of Christ can help lead you to know more about Him, not just about His miraculous birth, but also about His life, His teachings, His ministry with people, His cruel death, His burial, His amazing resurrection, and His promise to one day come again to reward those who are faithful to Him each day, please call on any of us at the Church Street Church of Christ at 359-3597. You may also check out our website for more information and contact details at www.churchst.org. We are willing to help you in your walk with God at any time, day or night, for there is no other relationship as vital as this one, because this is the only relationship you will ever have that has eternal consequences.